All right, so what's up in the news
All
today,
right.
Miss Ari?
Well, the cop that was suspected in the Donna-Lee missing person case has been arrested. On Wednesday, Noel Maitland, police and boyfriend of missing person Donna-Lee Donaldson, was arrested by detectives from the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Division of the JCF. It followed Tuesday's lengthy review of the case involving the JCF, the Independent Commission of Investigations, and the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn. An interview is being arranged with Maitland. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says there's no evidence so far linking a policewoman at the Halfway Tree police station to the disappearance of social media influencer Donna-Lee Donaldson. The policewoman is said to be the mother of Maitland's child.
Yeah, it seems to be every day there's a new development here.
Even after this news broke today, Donna-Lee's mother, she was hospitalized.
Yeah, I saw that news.
So it's like a constant update of the case.
I was wondering if it was linked, but apparently she was supposed to go to the hospital before and missed those appointments, possibly because of dealing with these things. So it could be said that it is indeed linked.
It is linked. I mean, no mother wants to have to go through this ordeal, this horrible tragedy of being one in limbo, not knowing what happened to your kid, and thinking the worst, that something horrible and tragic has happened to your child, and not knowing what is the case. So you're in a constant state of stress. You can imagine what that does to the body. So
is it that he's still employed? Because before this news, we're seeing
he was
that
taking off frontline
he was taking off frontline duty and put on administrative duty. So is that changed since he's been arrested?
Well, I'm not sure what is the complication here, but if they arrested him, that means that they've have enough evidence. He did an interview, it said, with all these people, the JCF, the Independent Commission, and DPP. So they thought that it was enough evidence for them to actually arrest him. And I don't know if he's going to be charged, because charge is completely different, but he was arrested. So
was it with his lawyer?
I think,
yeah, I think so.
So
let's see where else this goes.
Yeah.
But we just hope for justice in this case. It's a very emotionally charged case.
And I hope that people who are still continuing to try and profit off this tragedy, I hope them stop. Whether the protests work, yes or no, that's a whole different debate, and of course people have said, well, if it wasn't for her being a high profile person, police wouldn't. That's a totally and separate case and matter. But I just personally want the people who are using her tragedy, namely like L.A. Lewis and Andre Stevenson brother, for stop. That this is a horrible thing. Nobody should be trying to insert themselves and try to prop themselves up as some lead investigator. Allow the system to do what it does. And them protesting, so probably the protest and the pressure that they're applying to the police, it obviously yields some success here. But
or maybe it was that these processes were already ongoing.
Right, they were already ongoing. So whatever the case may be, I just don't like that people are trying to profit off the demise of this young lady.
And it seems like they're trying to co-opt the whole thing.
And co-opt the movement.
For clout.
For clout. Politicians are using, like one politician person, I prop themselves the council and I said deepest sympathies. And when Donna-Lee face down at the bottom and is like, what now do that for?
I think I heard somebody say, Portia would be here. It's like, isn't Portia still alive? So is it that you're saying that if she was prime minister, should be there?
Yeah.
But then why? So she have to be a prime minister to be a part of what?
And the thing is like, why would she be here and not at other cases? So once the prime minister is at this one, then she needs to be at every missing person protest. And then that is unfair of her, because then if somebody else said, well, what about me? That's how the human brain works. Like, we just want her or want anybody in leadership to do what they need to do, and without looking at class privilege and any sort of favor, equal across the board.
So what's next, sir?
Yeah, Clarendon killer, he actually pleaded guilty today. So Rushing Barnett, the man charged with the gruesome murder of a Clarendon mother and her 4 children, has pleaded guilty. Barnett entered the plea this afternoon at the Home Circuit Court. He's charged with 5 counts of murder in relation to the killing of his cousins Kemisha Wright, Kimanda Smith, Charlie Smith, Raphaela Smith, and 23-month-old Keshawn Henry Jr. The victims were discovered inside their Cocopies home in Clarendon with chop wounds and their throats slashed on June 21. Barnett, who had been staying at the house, fled to the area to Wilson Run in Trelawney, but was later apprehended in the parish. So, yeah, he gave his testimony to the court. He said that he thought that Kemisha was preening him, and that's when he decided to cut her throat and the throat of her kids. So they're definitely trying to go forward with the death penalty. Yeah. So let's see how this one shape out.
Let's see. My strength goes out to the friends and family.
They're being buried actually on Sunday.
This Sunday?
This Sunday coming at Clarendon College. So strength up to the family, of course, in this horrible time. Yeah. SHAB, his bail application has been postponed. So popular music producer Linval Shabdan Thompson Jr., who is accused of murdering 3 persons in St. James, will have to wait if his bail application will be granted, as his case was postponed on Tuesday. Attorney at law Donahue Martin told the court that he would wait until the case file was substantially completed before making the application when the case was mentioned in the Kingston and St. Irish Parish Court. Further, Martin requested a copy of the scene of crime statement and a compact disc. The attorney has maintained his client's innocent throughout the proceedings, arguing that the claims are either malicious or erroneous in nature. The producer was ordered to return to court on August 22. Shabdan is charged with the shooting deaths of 27-year-old Chadwell Fraser, otherwise called Bombrain or Chad, and 24-year-old Chamaro Chippy Calvin, and 26-year-old Tony and Two Fly Reed. They were shot dead at a birthday party on Marlow Road in Rose Heights on May 25th. And strengths up to another, this is another tragic news. Elegance God. This is the first time I'm hearing of him, but he was shot dead in his car. So police are now probing the death of dancehall artist Elegance God in Russell's Place, Manchester on Wednesday morning. He so far has been identified as Elegance God, a St. Elizabeth-based entertainer. The Constabulary Communication Unit, the information arm of the JCF, confirmed that the entertainer was in a motor car when he was shot. A woman who was with him at the time was unharmed in the incident. Police theorize that the killing is linked to various illicit activities in St. Elizabeth. Elegance God was pronounced dead at the hospital. So his songs include So Fly, Time Is Money, Levels Now, and Talk the Talk, which was released 3 days ago.
Yeah, I've heard of Elegance God.
I did not.
I've heard of him, so R.I.P.
Yeah.
So is it that it was a drive-by?
I don't know.
Was it that the woman just escaped the shots completely while it just hit him?
From how it read to me, it read like it was a hit. They were really like no drive by, really like it was somebody just come up and poof, kill him. Yeah, but I didn't know. Like you're familiar with his songs?
Not really. I was more familiar with the name.
Okay.
I think someone may have mentioned him to me as like, yo, listen to song. I probably never got around to it, unfortunately. But yeah, R.I.P. And it just sad for hear like artists drop. It's sad for anybody drop out like this, but it seemed like, every other month you hear artists drop out in similar fashion like this. So yeah, R.I.P.
Elegance God.
And hopefully there's some headway making to the investigations of this.
Let's see if they protest this.